in your suit. What can you do when you're lonely and you're scared? You want to end up getting out of your head, but you're stuck there. How can you get out of this cave that you're stuck in? You can end up trying to end up making a way out, but you know that it's gonna be stuck. You're gonna be stuck in your mind for the rest of your life because nobody cares. And one day you're gonna end up realizing everyone around you actually did, but they're not gonna end up telling you that. You gotta end up realizing what it's gonna do. You might be in prison, you might be in life, you might end up going through rough patch, but you're gonna make it through the end. You're gonna end up making it to the end because you're never gonna end up figuring it out. Every moment that you're gonna end up figuring this out, it's gonna go back. 2009, what can you end up saying? I was just a little over 6 years old. I can end up understanding I'm gonna get better. I was very smart, but I knew I could end up being capable of what I could do. I know that as I got older, I can end up figuring this out. I want to end up understanding what can I do. My gnome is going to end up being inside. My dome is inside my mind. What can I end up doing? I can end up taking you to the mountaintop. I can end up taking you to the bottom. My heart, my soul, my heart, my everything is going to end up falling apart one day. I'm just a piece of dust that's eventually going to fade away in the dust and the dark side. Yeah, on the dark side was what can you end up doing? All I want to do is end up crying. Tears on my mind and on tears on my face, tears on my heart. I can't even end up understanding, but tears are gonna end up going everywhere. I'm emotionally scared and I wanna end up inside. I know that I wanna make it inside time. Damn, I don't wanna do this anymore, but can I end up making it down? I know that I can make it out of this tunnel in my mind and I can end up making it out of it until a little time. I know that it's gonna be a little bit of tired, but I know that I'm gonna end up being disaster one day. I better end up making it back to my grave. I know that I'm all I'm gonna do is end up being dust wind. I'm gonna fall into the dust, and before you know it, all these tears are gonna come and go. They're never gonna end up fading away. I can end up praying to the Lord, but I can end up falling in the dust. What can I end up saying? Now I don't even know, but I'm stuck in my mind. I know that I'm gonna cry on my desk, but I'm crying from the bottom of my tears. My heart is actually hurting emotionally because I don't even know. I don't know which route to end up taking, whether it's the good, whether it's the dark part of my mind, or whether I need to go back to serving what God says. I don't even know, but I'm losing my mind, so I'm crying, and my emotions are gonna they're gonna get better. I know. But there's tears in my eyes, tears in my heart, tears everywhere I go. I can end up understanding. I can't even end up having a conversation whether I come out of my dome. I can end up sitting in my crib. I can end up sitting in the hood, but I can't end up doing both. I know one day I'm going to end up fading off in the dust. What can you end up saying? I know that I'm scared, but I know these tears are going to eventually fall away and I can end up making it to the end. But will I do this together or will I do this by myself? We'll have to figure out later in my life. I don't even know, but when I was 6 years old, that was the first time I ended up realizing I was hurt every single day since I was born. But I can tell you it goes back to the good old days when I was a little kid, having tears in my eyes. I can end up having someone I can end up talking to, but now I don't have anyone. I can end up sitting around but I got tears in my toe. I got tears in my soul, tears in my eyes, tears in my body, and I can never end up going back. I want to make it to the top, but I know that I'm going to end up losing my mind after I end up crying for the rest of my life. Have a great time.